It is time. We are back at the world's fastest half-mile short track, the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee, as we are set and ready to go racing for 100 laps under the lights, this time on the traditional concrete surface. Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, I welcome you to Championship Eliminator race number 2, Viagra Cup 27. For those of you who tuned in to qualifying, you know just how intense and crazy this version of Bristol really is. The first time we were here, we ran the inaugural Viagra Dirt Bowl, and it was a caution-free event, but it was arguably the most boring event of the entire season. Well, we are gonna flip the switch. We're gonna pull a 360-degree move here to this version of Bristol, which is going to provide some absolutely batshit crazy action all night long. Las Vegas was certainly a spectacular event. A lot of drivers are going to follow the moniker of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, as they're trying to leave behind the negative results and all the crap that happened there in Vegas, and they're bringing the positive attitudes and the short tempers and short fuses and seeing red here to Bristol. This is what the Championship Eliminator looked like after Las Vegas. We started with 10 and we eliminated 2. 77 of Emmanuel Hartnett and the 01 of Jack Mitchell were unfortunately taken out in an incident during the event by public enemy number 1, Noah Hart, and it affected them so badly that they could not return to the race, and it ultimately affected their hopes of becoming Viagra Cup champion, as they were the 2 eliminated. Allie Rain, she was on the outside looking in, going into the event, and she survived the advance and is currently 8th in the standings after Vegas. Tim Walsh was also on the outside looking in as well, but courtesy of his 7th place performance, it vaulted him all the way up to now 5th in the points. Eric Sadler unfortunately did have to get disqualified in Vegas, but he had enough points built up to his name where he was able to advance. And of course, RJ Bishop was taken out very early on in the event and finished dead last. And if he did not have the points that he had going into Vegas, he would be in the red. Luckily, he is still alive to capture the championship. There's the aforementioned Tim, and then Kyle Matthews had the best event of any of the championship contenders by far. And he walked out of Vegas with a total of 49 points. And then there you can see Cody, Austin, Desiree once again had those buys going into the event. And now we take a look at the standings going into this event here tonight. Once again, it all got reset. Built this back up from the bottom. Allie Rain comes into this event here tonight with 0 points yet again. Eric Sadler was 1 point ahead of her after Vegas. He is 1 point ahead here. RJ has 4 points, Tim 17, Kyle 28. And here it is. Austin and Desiree are thrown into the mix. They are now a part of this entire equation. Cody still is not. He will not be a part of this until the next event in Kansas. Desiree is 4 points ahead of Kyle Matthews in the 4th spot. That is because Desiree had a 4-point advantage over 4th place after Viagra Cup 25. And then Austin LaPlante was 15 points ahead of Desiree after Viagra Cup 25. That is why he is 15 points ahead here. For Allie and Eric, and for that matter, RJ, they are going to need to have the performances of their lives here tonight, if they want to have a prayer of advancing to Kansas. Once again, we cut the field down from 8 to now 6 after this event here tonight. Starting from the pole, he won 2 events ago in the regular season finale at Auto Club. Unfortunately, was on his roof and flipping in Vegas in the trioval. Would love to forget that. And he follows it up here with an elite qualifying run, P1, for the driver of the number 49 machine, trying to earn his 2nd victory of the season. It is Zach Buchanan. And this is massive for the driver who is starting on the outside pole in the 2nd spot. It is the aforementioned 09 machine of Allie Rain. She has adopted the underdog mentality here throughout this eliminator. And here she is once again proving the doubters and the haters wrong, and has an elite qualifying effort here on a track where track position is king. Will she be able to take full advantage of this track position and punch her ticket to Kansas? Only time will tell. Obviously, she is the highest starting championship contender. The next highest starting championship contender is the 88 machine of Desiree Boyles. She starts in the 13th spot. And then row number 2, the number 2, started 2nd in Vegas, slides back just 1 spot here for this event tonight. The winner from Nashville, Dylan Young. And then to his outside, another driver who was up in the catch fence and riding the wall in Las Vegas. He comes here to Bristol and has a great qualifying effort. It is the number 74 of Matt Hubert. And a special shout out to the driver in the 5th spot, probably his highest starting position. Never mind, I think he won a pole earlier this season. The shitbox Xerox number 10, Emoji Man, Steven Gonzalez. And then you can see kitty corner of him is his number 1 op, Dylan Poteet. Will we see them get into it with one another? And will we see anyone else get into it with one another here tonight? We saw it aplenty in Martinsville, which means we're probably going to see it and then some here tonight, because the stakes are at an all-time high. The stage is set, and we are ready to go racing here tonight. 100 laps under the lights at the world's fastest half mile, the last great Coliseum, the Bristol Motor Speedway. Let us have a look at the rest of the 42 car starting lineup for this Viagra Cup 27. Here we go, y'all. The drivers coming out onto the track. Are you ready for some absolutely intense and batshit crazy short track action? I hope so. The tempers will be at an all-time high. Hearts will be broken in due time. Let's do this bad boy, y'all. 100 circuits around the world's fastest half miles. The pace car is in. Zach Buchanan and Allie Rain will lead us to the charge. And Viagra Cup 27 here at Bristol is underway. And what a start by Buchanan and Allie Not so much. Already battling here for fourth and making contact with Steven Gonzalez on lap 1. And Buchanan leads. This is not a good sign for this 09 machine. Must have spun the tires at the start. As D Young moves here into second, Allie trying to fight her way back. There is multiple grooves of racing. Oh no! Just about carnage and chaos here early on between D Young and Allie. And Allie is fighting back big time here. Once again, trying to get a lap-led bonus, which would be huge for, but Buchanan powers through on the outside lane. Allie, though, trying to get it here. It's so close between the two, so side by side here. Emoji Man right behind her. Look out. And Buchanan's gonna be able to. Maybe that was a dead heat. They gave it to Allie. Allie led the lap. Now she clears for the lead here. I see Desiree in the frame there, about 7th or 8th right there, but Allie Rain has pieced out for now. Here is Desiree once again trying to go back to back here. She won the Dirt Bowl at Bristol earlier this season. That was her last win many moons ago. Can she go back to back? It would be monstrous for her, as now Emoji Man, oh my God! Near carnage again, and he clears for the lead. Steven Gonzalez just about potentially ended Allie's season. Let's cycle back, and oh my goodness, this is not good for Kyle Matthews. 4th in the points, is dead last. Here's LaPlante back here. Sadler, Cody once again still on bye. Tim is back here too. Where is RJ Bishop? There he is, battling side by side with Poteet for 18th spot here. There's a look at Qualls, our winner from Vegas. Desiree still here, top 10 and 9th. And now back here at the front, Hubert is challenging for second. Jack Mitchell right behind him. D Young is completing the top 5. Allie Rain with a good run, as I almost am choking on my own breath here. Man, Allie fighting her ass off here on the outside line, but everyone is forming a lane on the bottom with Hubert, Mitchell, and D Young. All this happening though behind the Emoji Man, as now Hubert clears for second. Allie trying to stay strong here in 3rd. It's already 10 laps through. Now Hubert trying to get a run here on the 10 of Steven Gonzalez. Oh my God, close finish there at the stripe. It was the 74 who led it. Now Steven under threat here. Ooh, Zimmerman got a little loose there off of turn 2 with Buchanan behind him. Desiree still here in the 8th spot. Back up to the front. Steven trying to get the lead back here from Hubert. Oh my God, Allie almost made it 3 wide, but she gets out of the throttle. Smart move there. That could have been a season-ending move for her. Steven and Hubert, what a battle this is. Steven barely beats him at the line there. This is very, very intense to say the least here for the lead. Now Hubert getting shoveled back to now 4th spot, maybe even 5th here, as Emoji Man clears back for the lead. Allie wants it though here. Ooh, Steven got a little tight there off the corner. Now Allie's gonna peek a nose underneath here for the lead. She clears again. But now Jack Mitchell's up here in the picture. Top 3 have broken away here ever so slightly. Dylan Young side by side with Hubert for 4th. We're still clean and green miraculously. After what we saw in qualifying, I am shocked. As now Jack Mitchell, he is seeing red after what happened to him in Vegas. Now he's side by side here, and he's gonna take the lead away handedly there from Allie, who got a little bit tight, maybe a little loose at the same time. And now Jack is cleared by a couple of car lengths. Dylan Young now side by side here with Steven for 3rd. Hubert back in 5th. Here is Desiree trying to climb her way up through the field into the front. And now Allie, can she get back here on that 01 machine? Trying to reel him in here. Hoping he makes a mistake. He goes up a little higher. Now's a good opportunity. But here comes D Young and Hubert back into the picture here. Oh, what a run by the 74 through the corners. My goodness. Now he might have a chance to get second away here from the 09. And, oh man, the cars are just sliding around all over the place. This feels almost like dirt compared to what the Dirt Bowl was. If you remember back to that was just kind of a snooze fest. Here they are all over the place, sliding around, very dirt-esque. It's now Hubert and Allie still battling big time, but now Hubert clears, and now Hubert trying to go for the lead here. Mitchell staying strong on the outside for now, but Hubert is there knocking on the door. Another close battle here. Hubert leads it. That was uber close. Let's see, Seth is a little bit off the pace here. Kyle Matthews is in 40th spot. Here's LaPlante, not doing any better. Neither is Sadler. Cody back here. Tim is back here. This is over half of the contenders doing worse than 35th. This is crazy as Hubert. He led that last time by, and he's got a lead here by about a car length over the 09. As these two teammates here battling it out for fourth. Let's see if Allie can get that position back here. Dylan Young with a hell of a run in turn 2. And now he's side by side. And the caution's out for the first time. Cody in trouble. Sadler's in trouble. And Sam at 2. Oh my goodness. This could spell the beginning of the end. LaPlante in trouble with Sky Comets 2. Oh my goodness. The leaders all slowing up here. Oh no, Dylan Young, second place. And he just ran to the back of somebody. Oh my God. Oh my God. Allie just avoided a bullet. That was, oh my goodness. That is crazy. We know the leaders are going so fast here. Of course, when the wreck happens, the slower cars are just there at the tail end of the lead lap. And, oh man. Austin LaPlante, he is probably he is extremely fortunate that he has 47 points, because if he didn't have that, he'd probably be cooked, and he is cooked here. He's on pit road, and D Young's out. That is tragic. That's unbelievable there. I saw Cody. He was the first car I saw spun around. Sadler here as well, and Kyle Matthews, I did see get a piece of it as well. Tim, I think you're good. But obviously, you're not good here at the back of the pack. We want Austin's going. He is going. Repairs potentially were made. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit, not a little bit, a lot slow the damage there. And wow, we went a quarter of the event under the green. But as DW coined it so many years ago, cautions breed cautions. So let's go ahead and let's check out and see what happened to put us under the first caution of the night. Here is a look what put us under the first caution of the night. Well, this man is pretty fortunate that he's on by, because he ran into trouble in Vegas, and he's already run into trouble here tonight in Bristol. This is in turns 3 and 4. He's gonna get way tight. He's Ross Chastaning it. And he's going to come back down in to Eric Sadler. He goes. And then there is 5, the 48, the 25, all getting collected. Then Samet just spins out as he was on the apron trying to come back onto the racing surface here. And the back end just gets loose. And then Sadler and Matthews also wrecked as well. Or almost same scenario here as Samet. Kyle Matthews trying to avoid this. He's on the apron of the track, and he's just going to come up right into Eric, who had Samet right in front of him. My goodness. Tough break for this 20 car. Obviously, the heavy damage there. And then up ahead, Charles Jackson. Let's see what happened here. All right, this is a separate incident here. Well, this'll do it. This'll do it. 3 wide here at this version of Bristol equals this. Collard into Jackson, hard into the wall, and Fiegel hard into the wall as well. Fiegel still hitting Charles, and Tim, oh my God, inches away from utter disaster here. And Daniel Voiles barely clips the 41, and then LaPlante hits the back of Charles and then gets hit by his own teammate. My God. And then Seth, he hits Charles as well. Damn, Charles was a pinball here, and there's Sky smoking, and here comes the leaders. All right. Oh my God, Dylan Young. Oh my freaking God. Here are the leaders, Hubert and then Dylan Young, right here. Oh my God, Allie, if you were one position ahead, you might be kissing your hopes at winning a title goodbye. But just like in Vegas, you escaped this by the skin of your teeth. I cannot believe it. The plant just comes down into Dylan Young, and there's the end result. Smoke pouring out of the driver who was second place. And he is going to finish, I think, 37th is what he is. That is freaking nuts. And yeah, if I'm Dylan Young, I am crashing out, literally and emotionally right now after that one. My God, Allie, the underdog, avoiding disaster and avoiding your season ending and flashing before your very eyes. But you will keep on keeping on, and we'll restart in the second spot. And my goodness, that was a big time incident there. Almost half of the championship eliminator contenders that are left were involved. This is going to be huge. The end of the race is going to get even more dramatic, or the end of the event when we show the points. It is going to be absolute cinema. That is what happened to put us under the first yellow flag of the night. Let us go back to the live action. Here we go, back to the green flag. We will go this time by on lap 30. 4 drivers are out. Charles, Sky, Seth, and D. Young. Daniel Voiles and Austin LaPlante are a lap down, so they will battle for the lucky dog. If we have a caution immediately after this, I will take off double file restarts. We will go single file. As you'll see here, they will bunch up and go double file here. We'll just have to wait and see here in moments if something happens. Yes. What we can do here, that's what I can do. I'm God. Here we go. Hubert and Allie Rain are side by side, and everyone else bunched up as we go back to the green. Pretty solid start for both of them here at the front. And Hubert is gonna clear. Now Allie's trying to fight here on the outside line for third, and now fourth potentially with Cole Daly in the 1. Oh boy, but we're still green through the first lap. Hubert, sayonara. He's pieced out here. Oh, Cole and Allie, contact there. Oh my goodness, we could be seeing tensions here between the 3 and the 1. They got into it in Vegas. We'll have to keep our eyes out for that as Cole Daly goes to second. No, merely contact there with Jack Mitchell, and Allie's sliding back here. Back to 5th, now battling with 6 here with Emoji Man. Let's see, where's the next highest championship contender? It is still Desiree, but she has RJ right behind her in a rear view mirror. Alrighty, back to the front then. Oh, Cole and Hubert, that was contact. I think Cole just got on the wall there, scraped it coming across the start-finish line. And now here comes Anthony Tompkins to the inside of Cole. Look out. These two got into it with one another in Vegas. And I'm surprised they're keeping it going after the double file restart. Hats off to these guys. Oh boy, I almost jinxed it. Cole and Anthony banging doors here. They're both seeing red. All this happening behind the 74. Jack Mitchell here, I would stay behind these two. Never mind, just make contact with Cole and get him loose and out of the mark and out of the groove. And oh my God, the one car just fell back a ton. 3, 4 spots. Oh, side by side. Tompkins, what a move for the lead. Jack Mitchell almost made it 3 wide. Now look at Hubert fall back now to 3rd spot. And I see James Qualls here trying to go back to back here. Winner from Vegas. As Tompkins with Jack Mitchell all over him. Allie's back here in 3rd. Now he goes to the inside here for the lead. He was eliminated in Vegas, trying to rebound in the biggest way possible by going to victory lane. And Austin LaPlante here way off the pace. Unfortunately, it looks like he might be going 2 laps down here momentarily. Hopefully they'll be able to navigate through him without any hiccups. Allie moves to 2nd, Hubert back to 3rd, Tompkins 4th, and Qualls is in 5th. And now here, Hubert to the inside of Allie. That's going to help Jack Mitchell pull away for the time being. Hubert not going to be able to clear here. Allie hanging on strong here on the outside line. But now she loses and back to second or back to third. And now Hubert really close to making contact there with Mitchell. Mitchell hanging strong here off the exit of the corner. Hubert leads the lap there. And he clears once again. This is an unbelievable battle here for the lead. And now Hubert pulls away by a few car lengths here for the time being. And now Qualls is on the inside. Look at Levi McIntyre has joined the lead group here. Let's shuffle back here. Let's see. Here's Desiree. Last time she was 19th. Tim has climbed up to 24th. Okay. Kyle back here at 26th. RJ has fallen back a ton though. We just saw him near Desiree, and now here he is at the back. Something must have happened to him. Oh, Daniel Boyle's in the wall there. Here's the plant still off the pace. And now we cycle around back to the leaders. Tompkins has caught up to him, and so has the 24 of Qualls. Now Tompkins clears yet again for the lead. Now here comes the 24. Doesn't get a good run there. Hubert's going to stay strong, and now here they are. About to lap the 48 once again here. Can they get around him is the question. I hope so. Tompkins with the lead. Qualls trying to reel him in. Levi McIntyre here in fourth. Allie is sliding back here to now fifth and sixth here. Oh no, Tompkins keeps it going, but he made huge contact there with Qualls. Unbelievable save here by Tompkins. And now the two teammates here. Austin LaPlante going another lap down. Qualls piecing out here. Oh, Tompkins might be in trouble. Damage all over his car here. And man, he has got to be fuming after that near incident with James Qualls. As now Hubert in second, a long ways back, over 1 second back. Oh my God. How on earth was that not a wreck? They went 4 wide there for a second. Good God almighty. I cannot believe what we just saw. They went 4 wide for a split second here at this track, and they kept it going. This time by halfway through this one. James Qualls, he's ran the fastest lap time here. Now he leads at the halfway point. Allie just made contact there with Jack. My God, it is about to make contact there with this 21. McIntyre's falling back. There's LaPlante just continuing to fall back here. And they are reeling in Qualls. It's now less than a half a second. And they're now about to catch up to Daniel Boyles here. They didn't have any problems getting around LaPlante. Hopefully they won't around Daniel. And Carlos Zimmerman, how about this? He's battling here for second place. And he got a hell of a run there off of turn 4 and down the front stretch. And now he's challenging for the lead. A bat out of hell is Carlos Zimmerman. Side by side. What a battle here with Qualls. James leads that time around, but I think Carlos is going to get him here, and he does with ease. Carlos Zimmerman to the lead. And now here they come up on Daniel Boyles, going to put him another lap down here. Hopefully they navigate through them all right. Oh, Qualls, you better watch yourself here. Anthony Tompkins might be out for blood. They're side by side here for second. Zimmerman gets around Boyles pretty smoothly. Oh my goodness, this is getting fishy here. Look out. Look out, everyone. Oh, James and Jack Mitchell just about made contact there. Now Tompkins goes through to second with Mitchell all over him. And Zimmerman now has pieced out here on the rest of the leaders for the time being. Jack goes to third. Huber here. Look at Trenty Poo up here in the top 5 now. What a race for Trent. And what has been a pretty shit season for him. Well, Emmanuel Hartnett's off the pace here with heavy damage. Here's Samet. Eric Sadler. This is not good for him. And this is not good for RJ Bishop. He's continued to fall back since the restart. That's unbelievable. And now Mitchell has caught up to Zimmerman here. This time by will be with 41 to go. Will be on lap 60. And now here comes Hubert again, bringing Trent with them. Where has Allie Rain gone? Oh, here she is. Last time by, she was 8th. Oh, near contact there with Danny. And this time by, she is 9th. She's still the highest running championship contender. And now Zimmerman still with about a half-second lead over Hubert. Trent battling with third here with Mitchell. He got it that time by, but now Trent gonna clear there in turn 1 and 2. What a move there by the 42. And now Hubert has caught up to Zimmerman. And now he's to the inside of him here. What a move by Hubert, my God. What a pass by the 74 machine. Probably the strongest driver here tonight. And what a move. It has catapulted him to now almost a second lead. My God, what a lap time by that 74, 8/10. That was incredible. And now Tompkins is back here to second. Can you believe we have gone this far without a caution in a while? This is crazy. This is unbelievable. Probably just jinxed it. And now Tompkins trying to reel in the 74. Now Trent here in third. Allie fighting her way back here. That time by, she was 7th. Oh God. Oh dear Jesus. Can they make it through here? They did. Oh my God. Zimmerman is now side by side with a lead. This is fucking nuts. But Hubert keeps the lead there. And now Zimmerman's gonna get it here. He's got it. And now look at Hubert. Went from the lead, now he's back in 4th in like 5 seconds. That is amazing. This is freaking nuts. Zimmerman's gonna lead here on lap 67. And he's got about a half-second lead, but no lead is safe here. Here comes the 42 of Trenty Poo. My God, he's got a hot rod underneath of him here tonight, battling it out here with Tompkins for second. As Buchanan here, he's in 4th. Danny in the picture now. Allie now on the outside line, getting freight trained here. Championship contender check. Tim is now past Desiree. That time by, he's 20th. Where's Desiree? 24th. Here's Sadler, 29th. Cody and RJ. Oh, smoke. But we're still green. We're still green, though. I saw the smoke. It's pretty evident what happened. I don't really, we just went through the field. I don't see what happened. We're somehow still good. All right. The battle for the lead has been on fire this whole race, and now Tompkins takes it back. But he is the sitting duck, and now they're about to catch LaPlante again. It is going from bad to worse for this 48, and now they're about to catch up to Hartnett here. Oh God, Tompkins, please get around him. To the inside he goes. Oh my God, contact there. Good God almighty. But he keeps it going. And now Trent and Carlos getting around the 48 machine. My God, LaPlante is probably thanking the Lord above that he had the bye and that he has 47 points. My goodness. As now Hartnett and Samet are the next drivers up here to potentially go. Oh no! Allie around and on the apron. No damage though, she's gonna keep it going, but my God, oh no, Desiree! Oh my God, there's just no way. It's Sadler. He's smoking and he's out. And the caution is back out. RJ's around. Oh my God. Desiree, massive damage coming into the pits here. I don't think this is enough to repair in time. This might be it for her. Potentially, we'll see. And none of the other oh, Carlos! Oh, Carlos is out. He must have hit somebody. Oh my God, it happened again. Oh my God. This is freaking nuts. And look at where Allie is now. She goes from battling inside the top 5 and 10 all night. And now she's in the midway point of the field. Good God almighty. Well, oh, Qualls has no hood. He was involved here. This is not good for the 88. Alrighty, y'all. We have a quarter of this one left already. I need to catch my breath. We need to assess everything that just went down here. A lot happened in a short period of time. Let's go back, check out a replay to see what all happened to miraculously only bring out the second caution of the night. We have so much to unpack here. So much carnage all happening at once. And it all began here with the driver in 8th place in points coming into this event here tonight, Miss Allie Rain. And you're going to see that she is going to make big time contact right here with the 74 of Matt Huber. There you can see LaPlante in the wall. And there it is. They went 3 wide there for a second. Around she goes. Lightly taps the wall. And it doesn't, and I don't really see much damage on her car. But then we fast forward ahead just a little bit here. And she comes right back up into Desiree Voiles. This was, oh my goodness, is right in front of her. Comes up and takes her out and into Noah Hart as well. And then there's Matt McIntyre getting collected in it. And then here is where RJ is going to get collected right there. Him and Matt make contact and into Cody. This is going to be huge there. And then Kyle Matthews hits Matt McIntyre. And then there's the 20 of Eric Sadler. He might have hit someone. Let's see here what happened to him. Oh, yep, he did. Oh, he hit Noah Hart. Noah Hart is he is the eliminator. Single-handedly, he is the eliminator because he single-handedly took out Hartnett and Jack Mitchell in Vegas and eliminated them from championship contention. And now here tonight, he might have just eliminated Eric Sadler right then and there. And his car is smoking and he is done. Oh my God in heavens. That is unbelievable. And then here's the leaders. Carlos Zimmerman plows Noah Hart, and look at Anthony Tompkins get away. I think Carlos might have been the leader. He was the leader of the race. Carlos Zimmerman was the leader of the freaking race and plows the back end of Noah Hart. He's the sacrificial lamb. Oh my God almighty. And yes, he is out of the race. That is friggin' insanity right there for Carlos Zimmerman. Leader of the race hits a car who's already been crashed and he's out. Oh my God. RJ looking like he's still good. Oh, we got some, it looks like they're just all sorting it out here at the back. And yeah, there's Noah Hart. Mr. Eliminator himself, my God. And then I saw Qualls. Yeah, what happened to Qualls? He's been in the top 5. He's led a few laps all night long. And it looks like he's going to hit the back of Jack Mitchell. As they were all trying. Oh, no, he hit the back of Galligan. Well, yeah, they just all accordion up here. They're all slowing up. And they have to hit each other. Otherwise, yeah, that's pretty crazy. And look at this clusterfuck. Oh my God. Well, this definitely has made the plot 26,000 cues thick, and Desiree here will see in moments if she's able to keep going or not. My goodness. First of all, hats off to all of these drivers for keeping it going for as long as we have. But there it is. It all just built up to what we just witnessed. And this is a massive, game-changing, season potentially ending wreck that we just witnessed, and this is going to be huge for Allie, a perennial top 5 and top 10 contender all night long, and now she's mired back in hell, and she might have damage too from that incident. That, I believe, is everything that all just happened there. Once again, in a very consolidated amount of time to put us under the second caution tonight. Anthony, you better be thanking the Lord above that you were not first. Because you would have hit Noah and you would have been out of the event because of it. My God. Let us go back to the live action. Back to the green flag. We will go lap 80, 20, 1 to go. The driver is now out after that one. Eric Sadler, Desiree Voiles, 2 of the 8 contenders are out. Public enemy number 1, Noah Hart. Austin LaPlante should be 2 laps down. They gave him the wave around, but he still indicated as 3. And then Carlos Zimmerman, who is once again the leader, coming back to get the caution and unfortunately hit the 4 car. And then also Daniel Voiles is out as well. Here we go. Free for all time, no holds barred here to the end. 21 to go in Bristol, and a great start for Trent. Can Anthony rebound? Oh, he can. Danny Wells is here in 3rd. Where the hell did he come from? Trying to win his 2nd event, so is Anthony. Trent trying to win his 1st. With now 20 laps to go here in this one. The highest championship contender now on the standings is the 15 of Tim Walsh in 13th spot. As now, Danny in the 2nd. Trent trying to fight back. Hubert also trying to fight as well. Mitchell and Buchanan battling here. And oh, look at this. Trent getting tight here. Now Anthony getting tight as well. Here comes Danny. Can't clear him here. But now Anthony's way up the groove here. Now here comes Danny. He's going to lead the lap. And he easily takes over the lead here. Hubert in 2nd. Anthony's falling back to 3rd. These cars are beaten and battered and broken, but they're racing like charms here at the end. Now here comes Trent to the inside of the 3 for the 3rd spot. And now Hubert is trying to reel in Danny. But Trent, he is not going to be denied. What a move down the front stretch and into turn 1 and 2. Now he's got the preferred line. Well, Danny got a good corner exit there. Never mind, Trent beat him to the stripe. And now Trent clears. Here comes Hubert with the left side, all just torn up to hell. And here he is back in 2nd. Danny falling back, and Tompkins as well. 15 to go here in Bristol. Trent might be the setting duck, unfortunately. Hubert, he's peeking underneath. Tompkins trying to fight back here. Here's Danny, Jack, Emoji Man still here at the front. Hiccup here too, and here's Tim, 12th spot, the highest championship contender here in the order. As now Tompkins with a run to the inside of Hubert. Now Hubert's gonna fall back here. Can Tompkins try to get Trent? It's looking like he will, and he easily does. Trent out of the groove, and Tompkins back to the lead here. Sliding up way to the outside goes Trent. And now Danny tries to get 2nd as Tompkins. He's pieced out for now. Now Danny, he's gonna clear for 2nd. Trent trying to give us all here at the end. Zach here now going for 3rd. And now Danny Wells trying to reel in Tompkins. Both these drivers, they've won at Kansas and Texas respectively. And now they're trying to win here tonight. Here comes the 9. He takes the lead here in 1 and 2. Can Tompkins fight back though? Here's we're coming to get this time by 10 to go. We'll have to wait and see. Tompkins, he's fighting. 9 car getting a little loose there off the corner. Buchanan and Trent are trying to reel these 2 in. Tompkins staying back here. Danny pulls away just a little bit down the backstretch. 9 to go this time for the number 9 machine. He might have just kissed the wall, busted a little bit there. And now Trent takes over 3rd. Buchanan falls back to 5th. Can Trent mount a charge here? Can he pass the 3 and the 9? Danny holding strong, but now look at this. Jack Mitchell makes the move for 3rd. He's trying to win his 2nd event of the season. Now he's going to 2nd as Tompkins gets loose here. But he's holding on to it. Danny's car is getting really tight there as well. And now here comes Jack. He takes 2nd away. Uh-oh. Smoke again. But oh no, caution's out. Caution is out. Cole Daly. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God. Tim is flipping. We just saw him. He was the highest contender. And there he goes to pit road. Oh, Jack Mitchell just took the lead. Did we just have another instance of the leader hitting a car? Or did Jack Mitchell just handily take the lead? I don't know. Oh, it's all carnage here. And chaos and confusion. Oh, my dear Jesus. Tim. This is This is not real. This is unreal. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got a lot of cars have gone a lap down that weren't supposed to because of all, and yeah, I think Jack Mitchell just took the lead away from Danny, and I missed it because we were seeing the carnage that was ensuing. Oh my God almighty. And there's Tim, 30th place at the right now, as that's looking like where he's gonna finish. This is unbelievable. Unfreaking real. This is gonna set us up here, y'all, with a green-white checkered. And at this rate, we might see multiple of them. We'll have to wait and see. But first, what the hell just happened? Let's find out. Alrighty, y'all, here is a look at what put us under our third caution flag of the night. This is bananas. We're about to witness here. We saw Tim flipping over and over. And let's see how it happened. Well, you can see here he's 3 wide with Levi McIntyre and his own teammate. This badass looking number 8 machine of Michael Norman. Way in the outside groove. 11th place at the time of this incident. And here's what happens. Levi clips him right there. Makes the contact. He avoided an incident earlier by inches. This time, it goes the other way around. Around he goes. There's the smoke. And here in moments, somehow Emoji Man didn't hit him. It was the 16 of Bobby Rodriguez. And there's Allie Rain, that she also got caught up in it too. My God almighty. Tim, if this is how your season ends, what this is about as crazy of a way to go out as you possibly can. I don't know how Emoji Man didn't hit you, but Bobby Rodriguez did, and then Allie Rain also collected in it as well. Oh my God. Well, we still have a little bit of action left in this one, but my God, my palms are sweating. The end of this event might be the most nerve-wracking for some of you guys. This is unreal what has just happened here to Tim. Once again, he was the highest championship contender before this happened. And now he's going to finish potentially 30th place here tonight. Strap in extra tight, everyone. I guess it is official. We're going to have a green, white, checkered to cap this one off. How fitting is it? Oh my God, here we freaking go. Jack Mitchell and Danny Wells are your leaders, and there's a double file here. Tim, 31st place is where he is going to end up. Ooh boy, the end of the race is going to be fireworks. We got to get there first. Here we go. Oh my God, what a start for Danny. And a terrible start for Jack. But he's trying to fight back here, and he does. Unbelievable bounce back here. Through 3 and 4, coming to get the white flag this time by. They're side by side for the lead. 1 to go here at Bristol. Mitchell's got it. Danny trying to fight back. He clears for the lead, does the 0-1. Down the backstretch for the final time. Jack Mitchell with it. Can Danny mount a last second comeback here? He can't. Jack Mitchell is gonna win it here in Bristol. His second win of the season. In an absolute chaotic and crazy event here tonight. The drama and intensity at an all-time high. He was eliminated 1 event ago in Vegas. And he says, F the Eliminator. I don't need it. I'm going to get the dub. And he gets the dub here tonight. A terrible restart, but he makes up for it. And he wins this damn race. How about that? Congratulations, Jack, on an amazing performance. One of the strongest cars all night. And in a survival of the fittest event, where we saw leaders and contenders crashing out left and right. And that is going to do it. What about that, y'all? Absolutely insane action all night long here at Bristol. And we have another multiple time race winner here this season. Jack becomes the 4th multiple time race winner this season, joining Cody, Desiree, and Eric Sadler. Here is a look at the rest of the finishing results. Danny, so close but so far away from his second win. He finishes in the 2nd spot. Zach Buchanan, hell of an effort for the pole sitter here tonight. He was fringe top 5, top 10 most of the event, comes home in 3rd. Hiccup! I didn't talk about you all night, and you come home in the 4th spot. Hats off to you, my man. What a performance. Where did you come from? 4th place finish here at this batshit crazy Bristol. Trenty Poo. So close for him as well. But he'll take a top 5 run. That's his 2nd top 5 finish of the season. Anthony Tompkins, bad damage and all. Nearly got spun out 2 or 3 different times. He finishes in the 6th spot with Jovan Anderson 7th, Dylan Ibrahimian 8th, James Qualls 9th, and Michael Norman 10th. Front page emoji man. He led a few laps earlier, couldn't really rebound, but he finishes in 11th. Allie Rain rebounds and finishes 13th after getting involved in a couple of incidents. And I believe it's safe to say now that she has just punched her ticket once again to the next round of the Eliminator in Kansas, but we'll have to wait and see for the 100% confirmation at the end of the event. The next championship contender is RJ Bishop in 22nd spot. Keep in mind, RJ is 13 points behind Tim. So he finished 22nd, and we know Tim finished 31st. So by that stat alone, Tim will be ahead of RJ still in the points. That is good. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to hide the ticker here. We see the rest of the results here. Cody finishing in 27th. And now it is his time. He will once again enter the fray next time out in Kansas. The bye is gone. The bye has gone. Bye-bye, Cody. Welcome aboard here, even though you have a 62-point lead. You are a part of the mix. Kyle Matthews struggled all night, but it's right behind him at 28th. Austin, 30th. I can't read numbers, apparently. He's pretty fortunate that he had the points build up going into this one, because he had a pretty miserable race all event, finishing 3 laps down in the 30th spot. And Tim, 31st, after what was looking like was going to be a fantastic event for you. It is now nerve-wracking as almighty hell. Desiree Boyles, we saw her near the front early on in the event, got caught up in some crap, and there she is, going to finish 37th. She's probably not as nervous as some other drivers, but not a good performance for her, and Eric Sadler might be the most nervous of all of them. 38th spot. Once again, he only had 1 point coming into this event, and the 3-time race winner this season might have just had his season end here tonight. What an unbelievable event this was, man. This absolutely blew the Dirt Bowl out of the water. This was unbelievable action all the way around. I'm surprised we had as few cautions as we did. I definitely thought I was going to jinx it there. And what a crazy and chaotic event once again. Absolutely batshit crazy, as advertised here at Bristol. All the drama and intensity that you could possibly want, it was provided here today or tonight under the lights in the last great Coliseum. Thank you guys so much for tuning in up to this point. Stay tuned here in moments as we once again reveal to you what the standings will look like after this event here tonight and what they will look like going in to Viagra Cup 28. The next time we race, we are going back to the Midwest to a track that we have been to this season already, and it was one of the most intense races of the season. We head back to the Kansas Speedway. Cody is a part of the mix now. Bye-bye goes the bye. The points leader and the perennial favorite to win the champion is a part of the mix, but he will have a 62-point lead over second place going into that event. If you guys want to join the Viagra Cup Discord, the link to it is down below in the description. We are slowly and surely gearing up and prepping for the beginning of the next season. So I'm going to be dropping some nuggets of wisdom and information here and there for season 2 of the Viagra Cup in the Discord. It's free to join. You want to get insider scoops and insider knowledge and just have a fantastic time? That is the place to be. And speaking of time, it is now time to reveal to you the Championship Eliminator standings after this event. Who will be the 2 unfortunate drivers that are going to get eliminated, and who will be the 6 that advance to Kansas? We are about to find out. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. It is time to reveal the Championship Eliminator standings after Viagra Cup 27. 2 more drivers are about to get eliminated here in moments. Let us not waste any more of you guys' time. Cody, you obviously see him here on bye, so he is good. Let's do it. Starting off first here with the driver in second position. It is still Austin LaPlante. Obviously had a pretty terrible event, as a total now of 60 points earned from this event. So he is very fortunate that he had the points built up going into this one. And now, the driver who is third after this event in the standings is Kyle Matthews. He has leapfrogged into third place, 43 points to his name, 17 behind Austin. So that will be the differential these two will have going in to Viagra Cup 28. I mentioned before the Eliminator began that this individual might be a sleeper pick, and he's proven me right, as he has climbed up to the third spot in points, even though it wasn't a very good event for him. Finished in the 28th spot here. Here he is in the top 3, and that's where you need to be in 2 races time to battle out as in Joltis for the championship. Next up, the driver in the 4th spot is Desiree Boyle. She slides back down 1 position to the 4th spot. Came into this 3rd, now in 4th. A bad event for her, and she cannot afford another performance like that at all. Otherwise, her hopes of winning the Viagra Cup will be gone. She only earned 6 points for her 37th place performance here tonight. She is one of the 6 that are moving on. The 5th driver, the 5th out of 6 to move on to Kansas will be Allie Rain. She came into the Eliminator below the cut line for both of the events so far. And the underdog from the underground is loud and proud here as she moves up from that 8th spot up to 5th. Once again, she was the highest finishing championship contender in the 13th spot here tonight. Of course, she led a few laps, earned a total of 31 points, and is only 7 points behind the number 88 machine of Desiree Boyles for the 4th spot. Alrighty, let's heighten the drama. Let's reveal first who one of the two drivers is that is getting eliminated. And this one is probably not hard to guess. One of the two drivers getting eliminated after tonight here in Bristol is going to be Eric Sadler. 3-time race winner this season. He was in trouble all night and it finally came to a head, finishing 38th, only getting 5 points to his name. Once again, he came into this race with only 1 point, and there it is, the grand total of only 6 points to his name, and he has been eliminated. Championship contention here tonight, which leaves us with 2 drivers, Tim Walsh and RJ Bishop. How will it look? Who will be advancing to Kansas and who will advance to the off season and be eliminated after tonight? Here it is. Tim, you are moving on to Kansas by 4 points over RJ Bishop, who has been eliminated. This man came into the Eliminator 4th in points, was riding the momentum of the last half of the regular season, but in these 2 events, he has reverted back to what he was doing before the All-Star race, and having miserable luck, and the miserable unfortunes have come back to haunt him, and now he's in the red, and he's below the cut line, and he is officially eliminated from championship contention here tonight. Once again, Tim and Allie, they were below the cut line before the Eliminator even started, and now they are going to go into the 3rd event with their hopes and dreams still alive of capturing the Viagra Cup. But there it is, y'all. Those are the standings after this event. So unfortunate for RJ and Eric, and they are now eliminated, which brings us now to this. The updated Championship Eliminator going into Viagra Cup 28. And Tim and Allie, once again, are in the red. They are on the outside looking in, yet again, going into this race. Once again, it all gets reset, just like the first event, and just like it got reset after Vegas and heading into Bristol. It gets reset once again to 0, and it's built up based off of point differential. So Tim has the goose egg, 0 points. Allie is 2 points ahead, but she is only 7 points behind Desiree. So Desiree better be on her P's and Q's for this event in Kansas, or one of the drivers who got the bye could be saying goodbye to her hopes of winning a championship. Kyle, he is only 5 points ahead of Desiree. So my God, the gap between 3rd and 6th is 14 lonely points. Ooh, baby. That is insane. And there you can see Austin LaPlante. He was 17 points ahead of Kyle after this event. And so he builds up 17 plus 14 is 31 points. And now Cody Lamas is thrown back into the mix. And mathematically, he is already moved on to Talladega. He cannot drop out of the points lead at all. It's mathematically impossible for this man to lose the points lead, which is unfreaking believable. This is why having the points lead at the end of the regular season is as big as it is, because look at the advantage he has. He has already moved on. He will be one of the final 4 going into Talladega. He doesn't even need to complete a lap in Kansas. He doesn't even have to show up. any advances on, but he will show up and he will compete with the rest of the field and the other 5 that are fighting for their lives to make it in the final 4. 5th and 6th will get eliminated after Kansas, and then after Talladega, the 4th driver gets eliminated, leaving us our final 3. So there it is, everyone. The Eliminator standings and what they looked like after the event. And now going into the next event, once again, this will be on the Discord as well. Cody, congratulations. You're moving on to Talladega mathematically. But for the rest of these 5 drivers, it all comes down to the wild, wild Midwest. And it was an absolutely crazy event earlier this season. And that is why we are going back to Kansas once again for the 28th event of this absolutely epic season. That is going to do it here from me. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Here comes the finishing results once again with the points earned from it, plus the non-championship eliminator standings as well. And something that I have not mentioned yet in the Discord and I'm going to mention here is that for those drivers that finish in the top 10 in points in the non-championship eliminator standings, you guys will get a guaranteed ride for next season as well. Because the top 10, the 10 contenders that qualified this season, automatic entries into next season. The drivers who might not have been top 10 before, but are in the top 10 of the regular season points, or you guys will be automatically in to next season as well. I'll have more information about that in the coming days. My voice is damaged. It hurts. So I will see you guys next time out. Viagra Cup 28 in Kansas. Jack, 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 Jack.